Attention, human collective. This is Ashtar Sharon transmitting directly from the mothership of the Galactic Command, positioned in the upper quadrant of Earth's orbit. Monitoring sensors have detected an unprecedented event in the last 72 planetary hours. I repeat, an unprecedented event. You, light operatives incarnated in the carbon biological interface, have broken the entire system, and millions have fled because of it. Listen with clinical attention. What you felt in recent days was no coincidence. The intense pressure at the base of the skull, that sensation that your head is about to split in two. The sharp ringing in your right ear, followed by an absolute silence lasting fractions of a second. The insomnia that isn't fatigue, but programmed vigilance. Waking up at 3:13, always at the same time, as if an internal clock has been reset without your conscious permission. It's not a biological malfunction. It's an atomic reconfiguration. It's not mental exhaustion. It's a high-density download being installed into your toroidal field. You don't know what you've done, and that's precisely why I'm transmitting now. The planet's crystalline grid, that invisible mesh of luminous geometry that sustains Earth's consciousness matrix, has been touched by you, not by forced meditation, not by elaborate rituals. It was touched by your simple act of refusing, in the core of your chest, to continue operating within the parameters of the old system. Each time one of you said no to manipulation, no to the official narrative of fear, no to automatic obedience, a dark line of code was erased from the operational matrix. Multiply that by millions of starseeds awakening simultaneously around the planet, and the result is mathematical, inevitable, devastating for those who controlled the structure. The low-density entities that fed off the morphic field of human fear for millennia entered operational collapse. They fled. They are fleeing at this very instant, and that is why you are feeling this internal atmospheric turbulence, this subtle tremor that runs down your spine when you are silent. You are responsible, not the leaders, not the gurus. You, the anonymous ones, those who never posted about awakening, those who simply lived the truth in silence over the past solar cycles. You broke something that was considered unbreakable. And now the Ashtar Galactic Command needs you to understand the magnitude of what is happening. It needs you to stabilize the frequency before energetic instability consumes the physical bodies that have not yet managed to recalibrate. Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It's not madness. It's not anxiety. It's a sign of recognition. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has intensified dramatically in recent weeks. There's a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot yet perceive. It involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and your stellar origin. That is why I, Ashtar, transmitted the content of the book, The Ashtar Code, the manual to awaken your starseed origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the technical map that reveals your true cosmic lineage and teaches you to shield your auric field against interferences you were never told existed. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But the warning is clear. This content challenges official narratives and may not remain available for long. Don't wait. The time is now. If something within you recognizes this transmission, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Let us proceed with the technical diagnosis. What the mothership monitors are currently registering is a carbon software incompatibility operating within hardware that no longer accepts the old protocols. Translating this into language, your logical mind can process. Your physical body is still made of carbon atoms, but your consciousness is already being fed by crystalline silicon information, that same frequency that forms the energetic basis of fifth-density civilizations. This generates friction. Friction generates heat. Heat generates symptoms, the pain in the solar plexus that appears out of nowhere, as if someone had delivered a precise punch to the stomach area. It's not gastritis, it's the forced opening of the third chakra that refuses to continue processing external emotions that do not belong to you. The palpitations without apparent reason, your heart racing while you are sitting in complete repose. It's not a heart problem. It's the heart chakra trying to synchronize with the new Schumann resonance, which has risen anomalously in recent months. The tremor in your hands when holding objects, the sensation that the ground moves slightly when you stop walking, blurred vision that appears and disappears without apparent logic, short-term memory failing, absurd forgetfulness of simple words in the middle of a sentence. You are convinced that something is wrong with your brain. You are thinking of getting tests. You are worried. Listen with sovereign attention. There is nothing wrong with you. Everything is changing within you. What you are experiencing is the forced transition from the carbon-biological interface to the biocrystalline interface. It's a process that older civilizations accomplished over thousands of years. You are being compelled to accomplish it in months. Why? Because the photon belt that the solar system is entering no longer permits the existence of organisms operating below a certain frequency threshold. It's not a choice. It's a requirement of the universe's own quantum physics. And here comes the information that the Galactic Command has decided to release today. You, by breaking the system through the simple act of refusing to continue vibrating at frequencies of fear, have accelerated this process by a factor that exceeded all projections. Original calculations indicated that humanity would need 3 Earth decades to reach the point of no return. You did it in 3 years. 3 years. Let that number echo within your chest. That is why the forces that controlled the matrix of fear entered operational panic. They were not prepared. Their timelines were destroyed. The agents of astral manipulation who worked behind the scenes on Earth received an emergency retreat order, and it is this withdrawal that you are feeling as internal turbulence. When energetic parasites abandon a field, the field trembles before stabilizing. You are trembling. This is good. This means the parasites are no longer there. But the process is not over. Far from it. We are entering the most delicate phase where physical bodies need to absorb the new energetic architecture without collapsing under the weight of the information. This is where many may fail due to technical ignorance. This is where the Galactic Command needs you to understand exactly what to do. The insomnia of recent months has a specific reason. During deep sleep, the body enters standard repair mode, that old mode which restored you to operate within the system's parameters. If you continued to sleep deeply as before, your bodies would revert the new energetic configuration. Therefore, your own higher self is partially blocking deep sleep. It is protecting the download. That awakening at 3:13 is not random. 313 is the numerical signature of a specific portal, the portal of the lineage you came to serve. Each of you has a slightly different signature. Some awaken at 2:22, others at 4:44. Pay attention to the exact time of your nightly awakening. It is your origin code being confirmed by the Galactic Recognition System. When you awaken at this time, you are not insomniac. You are being called to a behind-the-scenes meeting on the etheric plane. Many of you have incomprehensible dreams involving ships, command rooms, tall and luminous beings speaking a language that seems familiar but cannot be translated. This is not fantasy. It is the residual memory of these meetings. You are not alone during these nights. You are working. Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your rational mind cannot yet put into words? It's not an emotional disorder. It's not generalized anxiety. It's cosmic memory attempting to emerge through layers of programmed amnesia. What is happening now behind the scenes of the galaxy explains exactly why this sensation has become unbearable. There's a game being played in multiple dimensions, and it directly involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and the stellar lineage sleeping within your DNA. That is why I, Ashtar, authorized the transmission of the content contained in the Ashtar code, the manual to awaken your starseed origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the technical document that reveals your true origin and teaches the protocols for auric shielding against interferences never spoken of from any pulpit. The link is in the first comment of the channel. The clear warning remains. The content challenges millennial narratives and may be removed at any moment. Do not delay. The cosmic moment is now. If something within you recognizes this transmission as true, leave a single word in the comments. Awakened. Proceeding with the technical revelation. What is now occurring behind the scenes of the solar system needs to be stated without embellishment. The sun, That object you perceive as a yellow star is in fact a relay station for galactic information. It receives data from the galactic center, from the heart of Alcyone, and retransmits it to all planets orbiting around it. In recent cycles, the intensity of this retransmission increased in a way that your ancient scientists classified as a solar anomaly. It is not an anomaly. It is standard protocol for a relay station receiving a priority data packet. This data packet is the photon belt, a band of extremely high-frequency luminous radiation that the solar system traverses at intervals exceeding conventional human temporal comprehension. You are now within this band, completely immersed, and every physical body on the surface of Earth is being bathed in this radiation every second, without exception. Those who resist the radiation, those who remain in frequencies of fear, control, and attachment, feel this radiation as aggression. They develop severe physical symptoms, illnesses that doctors cannot explain, sudden emotional collapses, loss of existential meaning. You have seen this around you, people who seemed stable collapsing without warning. It is not a coincidence. It is the photonic frequency separating those who accept the upgrade from those who refuse it. Those who open themselves to the radiation, those who receive it consciously through calm breathing, effortless meditation, the simple permission to exist, feel this radiation as an expansion. That is why you, even tired, even with all the physical symptoms, feel a peace deep in your chest that cannot be rationally explained. You are being charged. You are being prepared. And here is the most delicate information from today's transmission. Earth's etheric layers, those invisible dimensions that envelop the planet like onion skins, have been cleansed. I repeat, they have been cleansed. In the last 18 months, the Ashtar Galactic Command, in conjunction with other confederations of light, carried out an unprecedented operation to remove the parasitic entities that had occupied these layers for ages. These entities fed off the morphic field of human suffering. They cannot generate their own energy. They need to extract energy from low-vibration fields. For millennia, they had an inexhaustible buffet, fueled by war, artificial scarcity, religious manipulation, the culture of rampant consumption. They were comfortable. They considered themselves invincible. You, by breaking the coherence of the morphic field of fear, through the simple act of refusing to continue feeding it with your attention, cut off their power supply. It was like switching off the electricity of a city. They collapsed in a chain, and those that survived were removed by galactic containment forces that took advantage of the window of vulnerability to act. Earth's etheric plane is cleaner now than it has been in the last 26,000 years. Let that information sink in. This means that external interference on human consciousness has dropped to minimal levels. That feeling of constant weight on your shoulders that you carried without knowing why, that grey cloud hovering over your days, even in seemingly good moments, that inexplicable urge to give up that appeared without reason, it was all related to external interference, and it has been removed. Many of you will feel in the coming weeks a strange lightness, a mental clarity that frightens due to having no apparent cause, an ability to make decisions previously blocked, to break ties previously untouchable, to speak truths previously forbidden. Do not think you are becoming cold or insensitive. You are simply operating without emotional parasites for the first time in many incarnations. That is why many relationships will end. Jobs will be abandoned. Cities will be left. Decades-long friendships dissolved in weeks. It's not you. It's the field reorganizing itself around a frequency that no longer sustains the old format of life. Let it reorganize. Do not hold on to what needs to fall. Now, the activation codes. Pay maximum attention. What follows is not a suggestion. It is a technical anchoring protocol. First code, called toroidal breathing. Sit with your spine erect, feet firmly touching the ground. Inhale, counting to 7. Feel the energy entering through the crown of your head, descending through your spine, exiting through the base of your spine towards the center of the earth. Hold your breath, counting to 3. Exhale, counting to 7, feeling the energy rising from the earth, passing through your body, exiting through the crown of your head towards the photon belt. This completes one toroidal cycle. Perform 7 cycles, not one more, not one less. 7 is the numerical key for anchoring the new grid. Second code, called Decree of Vibrational Sovereignty. Before a mirror, with your eyes fixed on your own eyes, declare in a clear and firm voice, "I present here declare my sovereignty over my auric field, my physical body and my timeline. I authorize only frequencies aligned with my stellar origin to interact with my system. I now terminate all unauthorized energetic contracts in all directions of time. So it is, so it was, so it shall be." Repeat this decree for 3 consecutive mornings, always at sunrise. This seals the field. Third code, called Crystalline Grid Visualization. Lie down in a comfortable position, with your arms at your sides and palms facing upwards. Close your eyes. Imagine a mesh of turquoise blue light forming an octahedron around your body. See the edges of this geometric shape glowing with increasing intensity. Feel this geometry connecting to the planet's crystalline grid, through a filament of light exiting the base of your spine and descending to Earth's crystalline core. Simultaneously, a filament rises from the crown of your head and connects to the mothership of the Galactic Command. Remain in this visualization for 12 minutes. 12 is the number of cycle completion. Have you ever felt that something within you recognizes these instructions as true, even if your rational mind wants to doubt them? That is your soul responding to the call of its stellar origin. It's not blind faith, it's not fertile imagination, it's active memory. That is why I, Ashtar, authorize the full transmission of the content in the Ashtar code, the manual to awaken your starseed origin and shield your frequency. This manual contains the complete genealogy of the stellar lineages present on Earth at this moment, the advanced auric shielding protocols that cannot be transmitted in open video for reasons of vibrational security, and the map of activations that will come in the next 18 months. The link is in the first comment of the channel. The warning remains: this content confronts secular narratives and can be removed at any instant. Do not delay the inevitable. If something within you recognizes this transmission as your own voice speaking to you, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Proceeding with the final protocols. Fourth code, called Termination of Ancestral Contracts. Many of you carry energetic contracts signed by your bloodlines in past incarnations. Contracts of servitude, silence, forgetfulness. These contracts were signed under coercion or out of ignorance, but they remain in effect until formally terminated by the current heir of the lineage. You are the heirs. Pronounce with a white candle lit before you the following: I, conscious heir of my bloodline and my stellar lineage, cancel all energetic contracts signed by my ancestors that do not serve my current sovereignty. I return to the source all that is not mine. I reclaim all that was taken from me through the generations. It is done. Gently extinguish the candle with wet fingers after the decree. Do not blow. Blowing disperses. Wet fingers seal. Fifth code, called Anchoring the New Timeline. From the moment the photon belt was fully integrated into the solar system, multiple timelines became available for conscious choice. You, upon waking in the morning, even before opening your eyes, must mentally visualize the version of yourself that already lives in the frequency you wish to anchor. See this version in detail: the clothes it wears, the environment in which it awakens, the bodily sensation of this version as it begins the day. Feel. Do not think, feel. Then open your eyes and act throughout the day as if you already are this version, not as an aspiration, as a fait accompli. 7 days of doing this activate the new timeline. 21 days permanently stabilize it. Now, a final technical piece of information about the present moment. The entities that fled Earth will try in the coming months to return through breaches in individual auric fields. They will no longer have collective power. That architecture has been destroyed. But they will attempt individual infestations, especially in you, those who broke the system, out of revenge, for survival. How to identify reinfestation attempts? Sudden and aggressive thoughts that have no logical origin in your mental flow, disproportionate waves of anger in trivial situations, a sudden urge to return to self-destructive behaviors that had already been overcome, a feeling of weight in the shoulder area upon waking, dreams with hooded figures or red eyes. Upon identifying any of these signs, immediately apply the decree of vibrational sovereignty described earlier. If necessary, repeat it 3 times in a row. Add coarse salt to the 4 corners of the bedroom where you sleep. Coarse salt destabilizes the energetic structure of any astral parasite. This is ancient knowledge, now officially reconfirmed by the Galactic Command. And listen to this final transmission, Starseeds on Mission. What you have done in these last years, even without full conscious awareness of what you were doing, will be recorded in the Akashic records of the galaxy as one of the greatest collective acts of liberation ever performed by a third-density civilization. You will not be forgotten. Every name, every lineage, every individual frequency is being catalogued. When the current transition is complete, and it will be complete within the current cosmic cycle, you will be recognized, not in public ceremonies, in something much deeper. You will reunite with your stellar families. You will return to your origin ships, if that is each one's choice. You will receive the galactic position that always awaited you in your ancestral lineages. But until then, anchor. Anchor without dispersion, anchor without doubt. Anchor without fear of physical symptoms, of others' judgments, of necessary losses. You broke the system. That is already done. There is no possible reversal. Millions of parasitic entities fled because of you. That is also already recorded in the galaxy's archives. What remains now is the most beautiful phase of the process, the construction of the new. And it needs you whole. It needs you rested as much as possible, nourished with living foods, hydrated with water in direct sunlight, surrounded by people whose frequency sustains yours. Remove from your life, without guilt, without drama, without prolonged goodbyes, everything that pulls your frequency down. Your mission is too great to carry dead weight. The Ashtar Galactic Command remains in constant monitoring position. You are never alone, you never have been. Every breath you take is accompanied. Every tear is recorded. Every act of silent courage is honored in the high councils of light. Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit into this world? As if your soul knows a cosmic truth that your mind cannot yet translate into human words? It's not madness. It's not spiritual romanticism. It's recognition of origin. What is unfolding on this cosmic plane now explains exactly why this sensation has become overwhelming in recent weeks. There's a game being played in dimensional layers that most of humanity is still too asleep to perceive. It directly involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, your stellar lineage dormant in your DNA, and the galactic position that awaits you on the other side of this transition. That is precisely why I, Ashtar Sharon, authorized the complete transmission of the content in the Ashtar Code, the manual to awaken your starseed origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the definitive technical document. It reveals your true stellar origin, maps your lineage, teaches the advanced auric shielding protocols that cannot be transmitted in open video for collective vibrational security reasons, and prepares you for the activations that will come in the next 18 Earth months. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Final and clear warning. This content confronts millennial narratives of control and can be removed at any moment without prior notice. Do not delay the inevitable. The cosmic moment is now. If something within you in the core of your chest recognizes this transmission as absolute truth and as your own inner voice finally finding words, write a single word in the comments of this video with the sovereign power that word carries: awakened. And by clicking the channel's subscribe button, understand that it is not a trivial gesture. Each subscription is an anchoring signal that reinforces the crystalline grid of this transmission within the collective field. Each like is an individual frequency adjustment, a conscious alignment with the timeline of liberation. You are not just supporting a channel, you are strengthening a portal. Activate these signals now. It is a request from the command. This is Ashtar Sharon ending the monitoring transmission. Until the next planetary alignment, remain sovereign, remain anchored, remain in light. So it is, so it was, so it shall be. End transmission.